Hey, what's up, grill buddies? I've got my riders group meeting tonight, so I wanted to make something fun for us to eat, and we're going to do smoked potatoes and mustard glazed salmon. So the first thing we're going to do with the potatoes is punch a bunch of holes in them. So this will keep them from exploding, and it will also let in that smoky goodness. And next we're going to take the melted butter and just give these a real generous coating of butter here. And that's going to help make the skin delicious and crisp. And the next thing we want to do is generously season these with salt and pepper. Get a nice bunch of coarse salt on there. I'm using kosher salt, but you could use any coarse salt. Sea salt works. And of course I'm getting this recipe out of Reikland's book, because so far that is my barbecue Bible and has turned out really well so far. So I'm just going to go through that book and barbecue as much as possible, as long as I have money and people around to eat it. I decided to splurge on some good pieces of fish today at Whole Foods. I usually don't go to Whole Foods because it's so pricey, but you know, quality comes with the price. So I'm excited to have like a really decent piece of fish tonight. Okay, so we're gonna season these puppies up with some pepper on top of the salt. Who doesn't like peppery, salty, delicious potato skins? Communists, that's who. Okay, so we're going to set up our grill for indirect heat for the potatoes. So let's go ahead and pour these coals out. We need to put a drip pan in the middle and set the coals on the side. I really should have put the drip pan in first, because this makes it a lot more difficult, but we'll get by. Ouch. That's good enough. We'll just smash it down in there. Now, it's really important when you're setting up your grill for indirect heat, if you have one of these hinge grills, to make sure the hinges are on the side, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to get at the side that you need to put your wood chips and replenish your coals on and stuff. We're nice and hot. We're ready to put the potatoes on. Let's go ahead and put these right in the middle. God, I love that sound. As soon as you hit the grate that starts sizzling, like you know your dinner's going to be good. I wish I could put this stuff on it. Not important though. Okay. So now we're going to add some beer-soaked hickory chips to the side and get it smoking up. That didn't seem like very much, but that's what Reikland recommends. So that was just a cup. That was 1 cup of hickory chips. Starting to smoke up good now. Let's close that down to half. For some reason, I just feel like that's what we should do. These are supposed to take about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. So let's check on them at 7:30. All right. All right. So now we're preparing the salmon pieces to go on the barbecue. You want to make sure to rinse them off and get all that fishiness off of them before you put the oil and salt and pepper on. So we're just going to rinse these under cold water. And then feel for any bones that might be in there. We'll take the bones out if we feel any. Alright, so now that we've rinsed our salmon off and we've got it blot dried, we're going to go ahead and put some olive oil on them. Make sure to use delicious extra virgin olive oil.
We should get one of those spouty things. Pour it out real nice.
Yeah, that would be good.
Oh, we should put that on our list.
I've also seen people just stick their thumb in it. Kind of control the...
But you also have fish hands, so I don't know that you should be putting that on.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, the battery's dying.
Rub them fishies down. Give them a nice massage. Little special hand boom boom. So let's put some coarse salt on these. It's going to help make the skin taste delicious. A little bit of pepper. I think it's always important to remember when you're handling meat. So remember that these were animals at one time, you know, and like they deserve our respect even after death. So now we're all seasoned up. And what we're going to do is just put these back in the fridge until the potatoes are done. And then right when we put these on the grill, we're going to put our mustard glaze on them. And that happens just right before we close the lid. So actually I don't think pepper goes on that side. But let me show you the mustard glaze. It is, actually maybe I'll leave this out a little bit before we put it on. But it's a delicious blend of mayonnaise, coarse mustard, toasted mustard seed, dill, honey, and is that it?
Brown sugar?
And brown sugar, yeah. And then you whip it all together, and then you put it on top of your fish, and it makes everything taste good.
I'll say.
Okay, so these potatoes have been going for about an hour and 15 minutes, and what we're going to do to check their doneness is just skewer them in the middle and see if it falls through pretty easily, which it does. So these are feeling nice and tender. The skin is nice and crispy on the outside. And now what we need to do is set up the grill for direct heat. You can see I've got my chimney starter ready with the next set of coals.
I'm scared to be standing so close when this happens.
When what?
When this happens, I'm scared to be standing so close.
I don't let anything happen to you. So we've taken the potatoes off, we're about to put the salmon on, and took a while for the grill to kind of cool down, so it's dark now. But we're gonna put these fishies on, skin side down, and then spoon the delicious glaze right on top. Whoa. Pretty sure it's still too hot.
Yeah, it's flaming.
So the fire was really hot, but I think it turned out okay anyway.
It's delicious.
Any reactions?
It's really good. Well, it's hot.
Very good.
Is the fish still tender even though
Oh yeah.
the fire was ridiculous crazy?
Tender and juicy.
Haven't tried it yet. It's too hot. It looks good.
And the fire roasted potatoes, did they come out okay?
Those are really good.
Or
That's
the
a winner.
Soft and amazing.
The
That's
smoky.
a must cook again. They're so good.
Yeah,
The
I
skin
think
was
that I think
definitely
that
better
worked
last
out.
time.
But the inside's good.
Yeah. This is like just flaky and perfect.
Sweet.
Mmm.